Well, that was something last night at Acrisure Stadium, previously Heinz Field, just down the way from where Three River Stadium
it's right
was.
over there. It's right over our shoulder here.
I thought that was one of the strangest nights that I can remember.
Wow.
Not that I've spent many nights at
but you
Steelers
got a good
games.
feel for Steelers.
It was weird. From the moment we got there,
right.
the crowd was mixed,
Very
more
mixed.
than I've ever seen it.
I mean,
at
what
a
do you
Steeler
think?
game.
What do you think it was in the stadium last night? 60-40?
60-40.
Right.
60-40,
Right.
which is stunning.
Right.
Look, I went to a Steeler game for the first time as a fan of the road team September 24, 1989. The Vikings came in at a disappointing 1-1. The Steelers had been blown out by both the Browns and the Bengals. But even though they'd lost 51-0 and 41-10, they were loud, they were rude, they were hostile. I made the mistake of wearing Vikings jersey, Vikings jacket, Vikings hat, and as the game started to slip away from the Vikings, it was a long, long 3 hours.
Right.
I wanted to dig a hole. We had ended up trading up to front row seats, which were horrible seats at Three River Stadium because all you saw were players. It was all the way down at the ground level.
Great job by you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you. I had no idea. I was stupid ass.
Look at that guy's
24-year-old
ass.
kid.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What happened on the play?
So I wanted to dig the hole and emerge at the banks of one of the three rivers. But because I was talking to somebody last week whose son's a huge Packers fan, it's like, hey, when you go to a Steelers game, root for the opposing team, like, you kind of, be careful.
Be careful.
Oh,
right.
not last night.
Definitely not.
Cheeseheads galore.
Yeah.
I mean, and when
Almost
we were
a little football harmony, It almost like the Steeler fans respected the Packers coming into town and knew what they wanted a little bit.
I think they yielded. I think that, I don't know what's up with this fan base. Like, this is a far different fan base than what I'm used to. I don't know if they've just been kind of worn down by years of crap from the Pirates.
Right.
And the Penguins have receded to being nothing. Are they just content that the Steelers have an above 500 record? I sense complacency from the fan base.
Well,
I really do.
I hear you. Tell them about the third quarter. Tell them.
Well, a couple of things. We go outside to the Lowe's set to do the Football Night in America podcast,
Right.
and so I'm listening to the reactions from the crowd to get an idea of what's going on. I can't tell if it's a good play for the Packers or a good play for the
you
Steelers.
could not. You're right. You're exactly right. If you were outside, you didn't know. We didn't know either. I remember when we were going to the Lowe's set at the same time, we were like, "Ooh, I don't know if that's the Steelers or the Packers," and it was. It was the Packers actually that had broken a big play.
Well, Aaron Rodgers had to use a silent count.
Yeah. Right. Well, when we came out for pregame warm-ups, it's rare. One, you always notice that, there's a lot of away team colors here. But the other thing that I think was even different about last night was we saw, I felt like a lot of Packer fans in the first 10 rows.
Yes.
That to me is when it's like, whoa, they really took over. They got quality seats. They're right behind the benches of both football teams. And, you know how I am. I'm getting mic'd up, and people are yelling at me in the stands, and I yell back. And I just remember looking up going, man, the first 5 rows, it was 50-50 with Packer-Steelers fans, which was shocking to me. I did not expect that.
Yeah, a lot of cheeseheads, a lot of Packer jerseys, and the Steelers fans were not nearly as loud.
Yeah, right.
When they did Renegade, we didn't hear it outside.
No, yeah.
I could tell they were doing Renegade,
right.
And we did not hear anything outside.
Yeah, it was nothing special last night, for sure. They disappointed you.
Steelers fans, wake up. I don't know what your deal is, but you got to wake up. And the team's lost 2 in a row, and I know it's hard to get excited when it feels like things are maybe falling apart, and there's just a sense of malaise. I was very surprised and disappointed because I expected the Steelers fans to be difference makers last night. If anything, the Packers fans were difference makers. So kudos to the Packers fans, because isn't it always like Steelers fans take over here and Steelers fans take over there? Take over your own stadium. What the hell? They let the Packers fans take the place over.
Oh, Packers
they let
are very
the Packers
much like
fans
that too.
run the night.
Yeah, they're one of those teams. I think the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Packers are probably up there. 49ers, maybe Chiefs now with their current dynasty are a part of the teams, right? Oops, there goes my water. Either way, that can come into an opposing stadium and kind of take things over from that way. So the Packers have always been famous for that. But with you here
in Pittsburgh.
In that night, right?
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Are you kidding me? And I say this as a kid who grew up resisting being a Steelers fan, but I always had an intense amount of respect and borderline fear of the whole Steeler fan experience. And I'm not suggesting that people should start being rude and hostile, but there's still a way to be loud and proud without being rude to the fans of the opposing team. And I don't know. It was weird. It was
Well,
60-40. It was just weird last
night.
night.
I hear you, and I'm glad to hear you say that because I wondered how weird it actually was because I've only been here a handful of times. But I do think something to do with that is what we saw last night from the Green Bay Packers.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.